Yeah. The campaign stumbles. The campaign stumbles, the Kremlin bleeds on the ground. Casualties mount in the east, the silence gets loud. They drop the ordinance on Ukraine, striking from the sky. A rain of fire on the cities while the casualties multiply. It's not strength, it's the panic of a faltering state, trading heavier strikes to rewrite the weight. They want a better chair when they sit down to talk, so they level the grid, they shatter the block. That is the headline. The brutal math of the weak, using civilian lives as the leverage they seek. Look at the geometry of a failing design. When the foundation crumbles, they redraw the line. They use artillery to cover up the crack in the base. Negotiation by terror, a desperate embrace. Is the same old blueprint, I've read it before. The collapse of an empire, disguised as a war. They treat the human beings like they treat the terrain. Just material cost, just acceptable pain. When the infantry breaks and the armor is gone, they throw fire from a distance just to carry it on. The power map is shifting, the Senate cannot hold, so they terrorize the grid just like the kings of old. It's a structural failure, the load-bearing walls are corrupt. The escalation is proof that the strategy's up. This is the calculus of a sovereign in dread, trying to balance the ledger with the mountain of debt. Geometry of a failing design. When the foundation crumbles, they redraw the line. They use artillery to cover up the crack in the base. Negotiation by terror, a desperate embrace. It's the same old blueprint, I've read it before. The collapse of an empire, disguised as a war. Listen, the leverage isn't real. The aggression is just an admission. The noise is just a cover for the void. They think destroying the house gives them the right to the land, but the foundation remembers who poured it. They are burning down the house just to get the chair. That's not a tactic, that's a tragedy, pretending to be a plan. The long historical arc doesn't favor the brute. It exposes the rot from the branch to the root. The leverage is an illusion, the victory is a ghost, and the people on the ground are the ones who pay the most. I don't need to predict it, the outcome is cast. They are fighting the present to return to the past, but the math never works, the geometry fails. The hammer keeps dropping, but they ran out of nails. Look at the geometry of a failing design. When the foundation crumbles, they redraw the line. They use artillery to cover up the crack in the base. Negotiation by terror, a desperate embrace. It's the same old blueprint, I've read it before. The collapse of an empire, disguised as a war. The smoke clears eventually. The geometry of truth remains. The blueprint is broken. They are just making sure everybody pays the price.